It's unfortunate that I don't really feel like drinking right now.
Why is that unfortunate? What the hell?
That could have, that's a nice thing for a night kind of setup. This is just sparkling water, Uttu. ऐसे घूर मत तू.
इमीडिएटली बोला कि हाँ, कुछ ड्रिंक करने को है नहीं और goes ahead to drink.
Hmm.
Okay, let me do the countdown. 10, 9, 8, 7,
Wait, what the
6.
fuck? Before you
क्या
slander me like that, I did not say that drink करने
क्या
को कुछ है नहीं. है मेरे पास drink करने को.
You don't feel like drinking, is
Yes,
what you said.
yes.
Oh,
What the fuck? बेवड़ा समझ रखा है.
my throat's been acting up lately. मतलब जब भी किसी के साथ कॉल में जाता हूँ मेरा थ्रोट अजीब सा रहता है, मतलब मेरी आवाज़ फटती रहती है. आई डोंट नो व्हाई इट इज हैपनिंग.
कॉल में जाने से, not otherwise.
हाँ, हाँ, मैं मतलब जनरली ऑफिस की कॉल्स होती है ना मेरी, तो वहाँ पे मैं नोटिस कर रहा था कि बहुत रेगुलरली हो रहा है आजकल कि मैं कॉन्स्टेंटली मेरा थ्रोट एकदम से क्या बोलूँगा मैं, वॉइस सही से नहीं आ रही.
I guess I can guess what you're talking about. But it's weird. I guess you also get more conscious about your whatever's coming out
यस.
of your throat.
या. और बता कैसा चल रहा है.
कुछ नहीं, टेबलें साफ करके आया हूँ अभी मैं. I was like, yeah, I was just listening to a podcast इस बारे एक एल्बम म्यूजिक की सुनी. And then I was realized that I'm not that much not really in that mood to listen to music. Uh, then I put on some podcasts. And that podcast reliably, heavyweight की बात कर रहा हूँ, that podcast I've talked about it पहले भी. That podcast reliably makes the time pass easily. As they tell such intriguing, emotional, real stories. And कभी कभी आंसुओं के वर्ड्स पे आ जाता हूँ टेबलें साफ करते हुए.
व्हाट द हेल.
I mean, that's just their style of storytelling. मैं बताया है ना, if you don't remember, it's this guy, the host of that podcast, उसे उसके listeners call करते हैं, अपनी problems लेके बताते हैं, and if it's a good enough story, he tries to help them solve it, resolve something from the past, basically. जैसे, and they often feel very like returning to nostalgia, like some magical experience you had as a child or something. या फिर, yeah, they even talk about bad experiences too, but stuff like that. जैसे today, I think 3 episodes सुन लिए उसके, मगर one of them was just this girl from this woman who was from a small conservative town, which was very Catholic वहाँ पर. But and they had banned books वगैरह, and she was very opposed to that, and she got into trouble for that. And in those moments, she found this small bookstore out of nowhere in the middle of nowhere, and
mm,
she started visiting that bookstore for the summer, and she really loved going there, and it suddenly disappeared. Like
like,
disappeared as in it closed down. Suddenly it closed down.
mm,
Uh, uh, and she just really wanted to know what happened because it, like, even after all these years, probably like 15-20 साल बाद, I mean, it still held that very special place in her mind, and she wanted to know what uh happened to the owner, why they closed down the shop. And in the process of investigating this, turned out to be very sad.
wait, what? What was the story? I want to know now.
Um, I don't think I can do it justice, yeah, but essentially she was familiar with a guy who used to sit there, but
Mm,
they said email वगैरह call, they tried to find who the business owners were, and they find out the name of a woman जिसके नाम पे business था, and they चिट्ठी भेजते हैं उधर because they have the address, and they get an email back, but not from that name, from another name, and she is this woman's friend,
mm,
and she tells them, yes, you have reached the correct address, but this woman, she died 6 years ago of suicide.
what the hell?
And they unravel an interesting story, I guess, basically. Emotionally interesting.
Mm,
And it's sort of one of the things I enjoy about this podcast is it often clings to to that speaks to that feeling of feeling insignificant. Like you feel that so many characters in this story probably felt so insignificant, and by the end you can, through that episode, through just through the existence of that episode, you feel that this probably was, I don't know how to put it into words. Uh, their life wasn't worthless is the kind of
mm,
feeling it gives you.
mm,
And also the feeling that somebody is, there are so many people listening to their story. Their story has been told.
mm,
Yeah, that's that. तू बता.
mm. क्या बताऊं मैं? I went into kind of क्या बोलेंगे उसको, thought, because I had a similar, not similar, like क्या बोलेंगे इसको, this क्या word होता है, I can't remember the word, इस
Man,
टाइप का
two
realization.
guys with a podcast who don't know how to articulate themselves.
Now the thing you said, like, right, जो uh, people's lives feeling insignificant, and like the idea of going back to it is like like feels important. That uh, I also often like try to like recall people I used to know and like wonder how they are doing now, or not how they're doing now, but like feel as if the things which happened to me in the past and the encounters I had went unrecorded and untold, and like it is like losing something valuable without your uh, knowledge.
Yeah. Does anything particular come to your mind when you're saying that?
Yeah, recently I was thinking about something. I'm trying to recall what it was. I remember thinking about my old school, like the Vidyasagar school, and like कुछ कोई एक अभी event हुआ था which really brought me back to that time, and I'm trying to recall what that was. Because I think when I joined DPS, that was a significant turn for my life. But because of that turn, I have very vague memory of my previous school.
Hmm.
I don't even know what happened during that time, what the people I had dealt with, and the things which happened.
I remember you. I mean, I don't know much about your time in Vidyasagar either. Uh, you once talked about a friend, which I don't honestly remember इतना ढंग से. What class कब से कब तक था उस वहाँ पे तू?
वो nursery to 8th grade,
Oh,
I guess 9th
what
grade
the
में
hell?
DPS join करा मैं.
I also remember you recalling instances of bullying वहाँ पे middle school के time.
Yeah, I was really badly bullied in my previous school. DPS, like it was nothing, but
Yeah.
Vidyasagar was quite really bad for in terms of bullying. Um,
Hmm.
and like it's not the kind of bullying जैसे टीवी वगैरह में दिखाते हैं. Like ऐसे there are no generic jerks or like that. It's not like that. It feels like everybody, like even the people who are getting bullied have just like this culture that they have to get on, like pick a fight with everyone around them, that kind of environment.
Oh. So like are you trying to say that the bullied bully the weaker?
Yeah, like, and what felt sad was that the way to escape the bullies were to join the bullies. Like either you are in the group of the bullies or you are the one getting bullied. There is no in between.
Kind of reminds me of that Korean manga we read. What are they called? Manhwa.
Um,
That thing that you really liked. तूने पढ़ी थी, then you made everyone read it. Bastard something. But
Yeah, bastard. But
it's bastard.
I don't even remember. Like, what are you relating it with?
Sure, it starts with this guy getting bullied at school because he's so physically weak, I think. He's very physically weak, and he gets bullied by another kid who gets bullied by bigger bullies.
Oh, I have no recollection of what happened. I remember it is something being about murder and his dad, but that's all I remember.
It took a very weird turn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Now I remember what I was thinking. Why with the saga? It was because, like, you remember I used to watch a lot of anime. Like, weirdly, I went on a huge binge, like, in maybe in couple of years or something, for a couple of years that I watched like 100 or something anime, and I don't remember any of them.
But you're talking about after we met, right?
Yeah, after we met, I guess like Vidyasagar thing was something different. I think that was because Pranath mentioned my crush
I'm
from.
really
Yeah, yeah,
nay, I'm kind of confused about what you're talking about right now.
yeah. I will tell you. There are two things, two different things which made me feel that I have lost a big part of my past. First was when Pranath brought up. Uh, I don't know if I should say the name here, but that girl from DPS, and he referred to as my first crush, which was not true. But then I remembered, yeah, then I remembered that I had a crush in Vidyasagar, and I had not thought about that in like year, like in a decade or something. So like that's what I was brought about. Oh, I had a phase in which I had this crush, and I wonder what happened to her. Or I can't even remember their names. That's the weird part. Like the people who at one point held so much value for me, I cannot even remember their name or faces. That's so weird. And like even that girl from DPS, when Pranath posted her picture, I did not recognize her at all. But like because he tagged me, I had to guess ki what might be the reason, and then I figured it out. Oh, it might be her.
Yeah, I can see that.
And the other thing, as I was saying about anime, that it used to be such a big part of my teenage self, I guess. Like
Hmm.
exploring different anime. I had watched so many, but I cannot remember any. Like any of the things I watched, I have no recollection.
Dude, तूने डेथ नोट कितनी बार देखा था?
Yes,
What the fuck? On repeat, you would just keep watching it on repeat. I didn't understand why.
I don't know. It was like my comfort anime, I think, kind of
Yeah.
like how people watch like sitcoms on repeat.
Mm-hmm. It's yeah, I can see. It has a very somber tone sometimes, and it visually looks like that too.
Yeah,
Mm. People take Death Note for granted because it's so popular.
yeah, I do agree with that. Uh, there are very few, not even very few. I don't even know if there are any more like it, like so well written. Uh,
Yeah, I mean, like the detective trope is so rarely well done, and even the whole uh, cat and mouse thing that they do.
mm,
That's like it's so cliched, that concept. It's so cliched and it's so rarely well done. I mean, it just amazes you how like it just does it so well. I don't know, I've never bothered to read the manga. I don't know if beyond episode 5 they do it better in the manga. But
mm,
yeah. But it's really good.
mm. Anyways, let's talk about something else. Oh, this previous week I had my birthday. That was a thing which happened.
Alright. Happy birthday, Uddu.
Thank you.
You know that I only said that for it to be a potential title of the video.
Mm. You guys gifted me a very cool looking board game, High Society.
Oh, yeah.
I have not
My,
opened it though. It is still packed neatly because I kind of wanna open it only when I'm going to play it, but I don't really have anybody to play it
आ
with
रहा है
right
भटूरा.
now. Huh?
आ रहा है भटूरा.
Yeah, भटूरा आ रहा है. Though,
I don't know
like,
if it's a
he's coming
two-player
at such a
game.
bad time. I'm so angry with him. वो सैटरडे मतलब आज वो ट्रैवल करेगा, कल दिन भर ट्रैवल करेगा और फिर कल मिडनाइट को पहुंचेगा। एंड ही
Yeah,
सेज कि वो
you're
मंडे को पूरा फ्री रहेगा, बट लाइक मंडे इज जनरली माय बिजिएस्ट वीकडे ऑफ पूरा वीक।
if you're going to meet, it's probably going to be like Monday night, right?
यस,
I know.
बट
Hmm.
at the same day, like Monday, I also have an important call which like might prolong my work.
कितने बजे?
The call is at 1:30, but the work, like, we are we are going to discuss what I have to do and everything on in that call. So like it might be like he gives me some task on priority and I have to finish it by evening or something.
I mean, it kind of sucks. I mean, I think you'll uh, guess you'll begin to realize how much more it sucks as it tries to fuck with your life when it tries to seep into your life outside those work hours.
Yeah. And one thing which I noticed, like in my internship, they were not this stingy. I had calls in at the night time, even in during my internship, but still, like it was kind of well known कि they should not contact you after working hours. Like it was a known thing. Right. But in TCS, there is no such thing. Like, there is not a single person ever saying that, ki, okay, oh, I'm sorry to contact you after working hours or like reaching you out or something. No, there is nothing like that. They would just outright reach you, like, can we have a call or ask you to do something outside of working hours? And everything considers it as normal. Yeah, okay, we had something to do, it's fine to. Like nobody even mentions that there exists a working hour or anything like that. It's like if you are free, you have to attend to it. Like if you can attend to it, you should attend to it. It's like that kind of culture here.
What happens to people? I mean, I'm sure there are people who would be like, uh, uh, in the evenings I get busy. I have other stuff to do after work, or
Uh,
other things to attend to.
the
What?
thing about TCS is people only come to this company when they are struggling to find a job. So they like don't really want to take chances losing it. So nobody really is like there might be experienced people who might uh, like try to tell that they have something to do and they can't attend and something like that, but generally it's only freshers and teachers. Generally after working for 1 or 2 years, people switch to a better company as they should. So as it is mostly filled with freshers and stuff, they really take the chance of like telling their managers that they have something outside they have to do, like they can't attend to the request or something.
Hmm. Talking about switching to
Oh.
other stuff. Weren't you talking about making a video game a few days ago?
Yeah, I was thinking about it actually. During work days I can't really attend to it, but like even today I might look into like at Unity and stuff and explore what we can do with it.
Uh,
You should actually talk, like discuss more with Varun because he might have more free time than me currently. I think so. And he will be
I mean, is he
willing.
really that interested in that?
That like I,
I feel like I see him. I mean, even if he would be interested in that, I've kind of, from what I have seen of him, he doesn't seem like the one to uh, participate in things that feel fleeting. Like they might be fleeting. Yes.
like we
Like
have to kind of get him involved initially, I think. Then you can, after you have some things going, like some project you're working on, he will participate. He's
Yeah,
like
bro.
generally not the one to take initiative, kind of okay, we should do this or like plan things out. But like if he's involved in a project, then he will participate.
I've kind of like feel like I've done something again, which I used to do a long time ago, regretting it later, which is taking up too many projects at a time, like trying to do a lot of things that, with all of which seem very unrealistic.
What projects have you
You
taken?
you see these notepads here.
Yeah,
यहाँ पे
you showed me them, right? What are your thoughts
yeah.
on what kind
ये
of
वो
game
जो
design?
लंबा सा ट्री दिखा तुझे, that's just for the game.
uh,
बाकी is individual tasks, which is एक podcast with Samiksha, which is still pending. Samiksha has been busy,
hmm.
so I'm not able to start that right now. And editing my film, जो मैंने shoot करी थी, वो edit
Wait,
करना बाकी है.
what film?
मुंबई में मैं जब था देख भाई, तब मैंने एक film shoot करी थी ना. I told you.
Oh, right, that thing has not yet completed. Yo,
I wanted to. I had to wait until the Shinchan essay was done.
yeah,
Uh, then I have to work on my next video. उसकी एक draft में लिख चुका हूँ, which deals with misogyny in Indian cinema.
yep.
Uh, then this semester I've also taken up independent research. I have to work a lot on that too. I have to- Ultimately, I want to conduct a research. That's a lot of work.
Mhm.
And a comic book project. More
You
will
do
be
have a lot
disclosed.
of projects on yours.
But I think I'm going about it in a more I have decided that I'm going about it in a more reasonable way this time, especially when I'm collaborating with other people on something. Because I realized a lot of the time past mistakes were my mistakes were in the past that I was way more enthusiastic about what anything than the other person when I was collaborating on something.
Hmm.
So, and I would, उसकी वजह से I would spend way too much time and energy on it only for it to fall apart later. And this time, I've decided to just have it as a back and forth. जैसे I decided with that video game thing कि I need to think about a mechanic that's like if I have a job at all in this game, that's probably going to be it to be like contribute to the actual design of the game. I
Hmm.
don't think I'll be contributing much to the execution of the
Hmm.
game. So I was like, I need to come up with a basic thing we can work towards and a simple idea. Which
Hmm.
I mean, it's we discussed that, right? We discussed a sort of what did I describe it as? Uh, a beat 'em up sort of game, a vampire hunters kind of game, roguelike.
Hmm.
So I don't know if you watched any vampire hunters का video.
One thing I
अगर
wanted to discuss, like, uh, are you more interested in making solo games or cooperative games?
look, I'm interested in making a very different kind of game from what I am trying to design right now. But I feel that this is a good start. I feel क्योंकि I mean solo and co-op too. I would love to make a co-op game, but that's like that's an entirely whole another problem. I feel to do that network thing. I feel. I mean. I don't know. It sounds like it's going to be a huge hassle.
I have to look
So,
into, like, I have no idea how complicated it is supposed to be. That's why, like,
aren't
I have
you
not.
also like supposed to be able to buy a server?
Uh, Mayhaps, yeah. I have no idea how it works. That's why, like, I was like considering should I look into it? Okay, what are the
I would
requirements for making a co-op game?
I would also just love to make a story oriented game, but I kind of recognize that I really want to make a horror game. But
Horror game.
I, yeah, but I recognize that it's not the right direction to go in as the first thing to do, I feel. Okay.
Yeah, because I was thinking co-op games because, like, if you make solo games, uh, you for it to be have for it to have playability, it is like it either should have a long or involving story, or it should like have long enough playthrough, like for a solo person to enjoy, right? But if you make cooperative games, you don't really need to do that. Like the game doesn't have to be big enough on its own. The cooperative aspect of it itself makes it engaging. Like if you look at Lethal Company or even Peak, like you see, right, the uh, it's not that long. It's a pretty short game, but the cooperative aspect of it is what adds like the interesting part of it.
Yeah, but
So, huh?
hmm,
So like if you are making a solo game, I think uh, it it like it might be less work to make a cooperative game than a solo game, is what I'm trying
I
to say.
disagree. I feel that you're thinking of a very specific kind of game where you get from point A to point B, but there are a lot many kinds of game. I mean, just the thing I am thinking about right now, the one I have proposed, the roguelike, that
Mm.
is supposed to that I'm imagining that as a 2D game from a
Mm.
top-down 2D game. Did you or did you not look at Vampire Survivors?
I think when you mentioned when then I looked at the pictures of it, like it was something like that, the old Batman game from cartoonnetwork.com.
I don't know. Basically, you're like top down, you have weapons or swarms of enemies is coming towards you.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, and you're all by yourself, you're fighting all these enemies, basically.
You
Uh,
like those zombie apocalypse games which we have, like old zombie apocalypse games in which we have a top-down view and we shoot swarms of
yeah,
zombies or something. Yeah.
I guess. Yeah.
Hmm.
I've, well, like, one of the reasons I proposed this was I felt that it would uh, provide us nice steps to climb. You don't
Hmm.
immediately have to do anything complex for
That
like
is true. My only problem with that idea was that these kinds of genres are kind of overdone. Like even though they are good learning points, they are not something original, or like
I
yeah,
feel
it's a
that
good practice to do, but like would it make us feel like we are creating something unique, or like give us
no,
that
but
motivation? Yeah.
that is I mean that is the point management system, right? In the game that I talked about.
Point
You
management, like
remember?
how difficulty rises and skill level, that thing.
Um, not really. I was considering what the factors in it would be, but I think we should discuss the specifics of that बाद में
Okay,
कभी.
okay, okay.
Um, yeah, anyway. I'm like, yeah, we'll talk about it बाद में. Also, I'll just be waiting for you to uh, return with whatever experience you have on Unity.
Maybe it's time I start more seriously looking into more systems because I don't know if my system would be able to run Unity and shit.
Yeah, definitely. तेरा system Unity run नहीं कर रहा. Yeah, actually, I was going to bring that up. I completely forgot about it.
Like that is proving to be a much bigger task than I thought. Like, okay,
Buying a laptop, you're making a piece, building
I
a
can't even
PC.
decide what to do either of like which one to go for. Just a laptop or build a PC. That is so nerve wracking to like come to a conclusion on that. Ki what should be the best choice?
What is your budget?
I have no limits to budget.
Fuck.
Yeah,
Laptop.
I have money to exhaust. What can I say?
Hmm.
No,
I
like I
guess.
would like to like keep it reasonable. Like but if is a trade, like I have to give a lot of money, but it is coming at a good return, then I would be willing to do that, is what I'm saying.
Yeah. Makes sense. I mean, to be fair, you will need a laptop regardless of whether you have a PC or not, I guess.
Yeah,
You, people,
that's what I was saying. I was not saying what I was thinking. Like having a PC is ideal, like in my imagination, because I would like to have a monitor and separate keyboard and kind of that kind of setup. I feel eh, for now, like in the position I am, that I won't be properly able to utilize all this setup currently. Uh, so it might be better to just go for a laptop and have the feasibility to take it anywhere, and also not bother too
yeah,
much with like the specifics of what all the technicality there is with PC building and all of its
yeah,
parts.
yeah. That's true.
Because you know why I am taking so long for this, because like it has been a like kind of a dream for, like, you know how people are excited about buying a car or bike or something like that.
Mhm.
I don't care about cars, bikes, or houses or anything. I care about PC in that
Yeah,
regard.
yeah, you're talking about like anything, just buying or building a PC or कुछ भी.
Yeah, like because like that's the major source of my what can I say, like the productive things and the entertainment, like everything, like major source of my, like the major tool for everything meaningful I do is kind of the system I use. So I would like to have it according to my liking.
Hmm, that makes sense. What was I going to say? Yeah, also having a PC also sort of influences the kind of laptop you're going to own, I guess. Because owning this laptop, I really wish that I had a lighter laptop to carry around that had a better battery life.
Hmm.
Okay, it's a gigantic gaming PC, and yeah, after buying this, I mean, even though I like the big screen, I think the next laptop I'm going to buy it's going to be small. I'm not going to buy a big laptop.
Yeah, it was actually like I have been trying to research on it on laptops, but it is so difficult to do research because the metric I want to decide on is how well can it run different things, right? But they never really talk about it in the guide videos for different laptops, like what games can it
They
run,
do.
and it is difficult to find that information.
There are there's this channel that I watched when I was trying to buy laptops. Dave 2D. He runs games to उसमें और performance के भी वो देता है. I
Hmm.
mean, I feel like सब लोग games run करके दिखाते हैं कितना कैसा performance है.
Yeah, nahi, but what I'm saying is not how well it runs a game, not that, but what range of games can it
What
run?
does that mean?
Uh, like how कितने high end तक के games चल सकते हैं and what games can
If
it,
it's running a game well,
like
does
if it
that
is,
not mean कि high end games चल रहे हैं उसमें?
no, like even मेरा पुराने फोन में the उसके जो वर्जन के जो games थे it ran well, but that does not mean कि उसके high end वाले games would run on that phone.
पर अगर लोग इस साल के लैपटॉप को रिव्यू कर रहे हैं और उसके परफॉर्मेंस की बात कर रहे हैं, तो अभी जो करंटली जिस तरह के गेम्स चल रहे हैं उसके बेसिस पे बात करेंगे ना उसके परफॉर्मेंस की.
That's what I would like to think. Yeah, but what they were doing is kind of comparing the frame rates, and I did not understand everything. That's what I'm saying. It was confusing. Ki if
फ्रेम रेट्स ही तो बताते हैं वो, लाइक दैट्स एन ऑब्जेक्टिव वे टू लुक एट इट, राइट? कि एक गेम ये अलग अलग लैपटॉप्स कैसे कितना अच्छा करे जिसका फ्रेम रेट ज़्यादा होगा, that is running high-end games better
I
too.
like it was not as simple as that because somebody was saying that this laptop generates additional frames in between, so it runs smoother, but it has low FPS. Or
What the fuck?
I
एक
don't
मिनट,
remember
what
कि
the
क्या
fuck?
उसका I don't remember कि उसका क्या उन्होंने exact चीज बता, but I did not understand it comfortably
AI?
also. Huh?
You're talking about AI?
Not AI, like they generated frames or something कि वो
That
between
sounds like AI.
it might use AI. I don't know what it uses, but it was something like
This is
that.
something
I'm not.
TVs have been doing too. They like a lot of TVs by default recently have started doing this thing to make it look like it has higher frame rate. Anything hal- film 24 FPS की है,
Hmm.
तो उन्हें 60 FPS में चलानी है फिल्म, they would
Yeah.
generate frames in the
Yes,
middle.
yes, it was something like that with laptops, and I was so confused. Ki, like, what does it mean for its performance and that kind of thing? So that's why, like, it is not as clear as you like say it to be.
Yeah. What are your priorities in buying a laptop? Does it have to be light too?
I don't actually care that much about it because I very rarely travel that much.
Okay. Then in that case, I mean, over the years, एक तो ये, oh, I don't know इस साल का कैसा है, but एक तो Lenovo का Legion is a really popular one. It's like considered very good gaming laptop at a good price, even it's a little expensive.
Hmm.
And ये HP का Omen भी
Hmm.
considered good. Oh, my friend bought कुछ साल पहले विधु. Um, he bought Asus G14. I don't know how much that cost, but that's a cool laptop. Yes, I think it's G14, but I think that might be more expensive too. Never mind.
Hmm. Why, why are you laughing like that? What the hell?
I, I don't know. I didn't know what to say. कुछ बोल नहीं रहा था, मेरे मुंह से निकल गया.
No, no, you are excited about my laptop. Are you not?
अरे मैं वेट कर रहा हूँ इधर, कब तू यूनिटी इंस्टॉल कर पाएगा. कोई एक्साइटेड नहीं हूँ मैं. कुछ भी खरीद ले, फर्क नहीं पड़ता.
Okay. Well, do you know like what games currently are considered high end?
I currently, um I guess like right now the most recent release, that is, I think I've heard people talk about it being difficult to run even on their very powerful PCs, which is a little ridiculous.
Mm.
Uh, it's the Metal Gear Solid 3 का भी एक रीमेक आया था. नहीं,
Oh.
yeah, कुछ ही दिन पहले रिलीज हुआ है. Um, but I feel that you're thinking about it a little too much. I don't
Hmm.
think it would ultimately matter that much.
You know, when I was looking
All
into
you're
phone,
trying to do is like future proofing it. Yeah?
yeah, yeah. When I was looking into phones, there is generally this thing, right? Ki there is a certain break point. कि about this range की जो price है, इसके system ये तक कर सकते हैं. But if you just go about above this threshold, suddenly you get कि ठीक है अब ये higher tier of चीजें they are unable to do. But after that threshold, there is a very big jump price की, which are very minor improvements, but they cost a lot of money. For example, in case the phone I bought, uh, इस प्राइस के से 5-10 हज़ार हायर प्राइस पे सेम मतलब वो मिल रहे थे स्पेक्स मिल रहे थे बट लाइक इट वुड हैव अ स्लाइटली बेटर स्टोरेज लाइक मेरा अभी कितना 256 GB का सेट हुआ था इट विल हैव 512 GB और समथिंग or like slightly better features but it is not a big improvement but it costs a lot more.
That is ridiculous. जो storage increase करने पे जो price hikes आते हैं, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, so
इतना.
yeah,
Hmm.
so yeah, that's what I'm looking for कि like in laptop world what is that threshold कि just उसके ऊपर you get all the required accessibility to the latest requirement मतलब उसकी जो वो है spec
I
requirement है
feel
उसको run
you
करने.
need, like, I feel that the storage के मामले में you probably just want a 1 TB SSD,
I'm
right?
not talking
You
about
don't.
storage specifically. I'm just saying कि in general there is always हर कोई भी product देखेगा उसमें there is a threshold after which you get all the features you really need. But उसके ऊपर जो price increase होता है it is just like luxury items, luxury additions कि extra storage or a slightly better screen
I feel
display or
that
something
वो
like that.
जो मैं तुझे बता रहा था प्रोडक्ट्स अभी
Mm-hmm.
Omen 15 में, क्योंकि one of the more important things about these laptops that, yeah, like you need to think about is specs होते हैं उसमें. वो एक चीज़ है कि ये वाला ग्राफिक कार्ड है
Mm.
वगैरह. But I think, I'm not sure, one of the things is very shitty things that these companies do is they deliberately make laptops with a bad ventilation system for a cheaper price.
Mm.
और वो उनके परफॉर्मेंस को थ्रॉटल कर देता है, भले ही उसमें ग्राफिक कार्ड अच्छा वाला है.
Mm.
But you'll never be able to use the full capabilities of it. So
Mm.
that is, I think that is the where you land at that sweet spot of जो लैपटॉप मैंने खरीदा है या इस प्राइस रेंज में लैपटॉप्स जो होते हैं क्योंकि आई फील दैट एनीथिंग चीपर देन दिस तब जब मैं खरीद रहा था फ्रॉम व्हाट आई अंडरस्टूड had a shitty ventilation system जिसकी वजह से they had worse performance and they were just worse laptops in general because of that even though they had amazing specs.
Can you ping me the names? Like you have recommendations कि ये वाले laptops I should check out.
um वो भेजता हूँ मैं
Hmm.
मगर anything more expensive than this would do you start getting into that territory which I think you do not care about. You get very powerful laptops in a smaller package, which I mean, it's cool, but it's gets very expensive.
Hmm.
Like they're lighter and stuff. You
Hmm.
don't care about that.
Yep.
Um, yeah,
I think it's about time we talk about media.
yeah. So I watched Pink. I have you watched Pink?
No, but I think you mentioned it in the last stream that uh
I think I mentioned it on a call or
oh, okay, I guess
something
it
on
was
a
a call.
podcast.
It
Yeah.
handled consent or something like that, right?
Yeah, this film really frustrated me.
Oh.
It's like I it's considered a good film and people like it. It's considered important. But it's such a toothless film. It like, doesn't say anything interesting. It's basically like consent good, rape bad.
Mm-hmm.
I and like yeah, like it has these things कि लड़कियां ऐसे इंटरेक्ट कर तो ऐसे हाथ लगाती है इसका मतलब ये नहीं है कि वो कंसेंट दे रही हैं
Mm,
नो मीन्स नो stuff like that.
mm,
I mean, I guess it's important to convey to some people, but I don't know. I feel that the people who this needs to be conveyed to, would they change with a film like this? I like this like I also it reminds me of Thappad. I am not too fond of that film. You've heard of that film, right?
yeah, I have
But
watched
it
that
does some
film.
it does something interesting.
Mm,
There's this entire like section of the film where this woman is processing what just happened for days.
mm,
Like she doesn't even say anything, and we are just looking at her processing it. And I really liked that portion of the film, even though I don't really like the rest of it. But that was something interesting it did. Pink does nothing interesting. ये eccentric बुढ़ा lawyer आता है, saves the day.
mm,
And they basically the entire point of the film is that you want to hear these things that consent good, rape bad from the eh, in the voice of Amitabh Bachchan. That's it. Maybe it will be convincing if Amitabh Bachchan says it. That's all there is to it. Uh, I also watched Ichi the Killer. Have you heard of this film?
I have not.
It's a very, it's an infamously gory film.
Oh, is it
It's based
Japanese?
on a manga. Yeah, it's based on a manga.
Wait, a movie based on manga, and
Yeah.
that's the first time I have heard.
Yeah, it's a fun
Wait, no,
film and it's also a really pretty film.
I also remember this movie I watched, which was also
AOT.
not AOT. That's based on. I don't know if that manga had an anime adaptation, but it was something about zombie apocalypse and this normal guy. It I think it was based on manhwa or some. I don't know. Like who
I feel
shotgun. I think I watched it with Varun. He suggested me to watch it.
I feel that there have been a few live action adaptations of manga, but they mostly go unnoticed. No, a lot of people don't like them. Jojo ke bhi there have been some live action adaptations. Um, but yeah, it's a really gory, pretty film.
Hmm.
I don't really have a lot to say about it, and it makes really good use of VFX for being a 2001 film, is what I would say. And
Oh.
uh, I really love the clothes one of the main characters wears. I actually, this film in general has amazing fashion in it.
Hmm.
They all wear amazing, interesting clothes. Then I got depressed and I watched Adaptation, a film by Charlie Kaufman about a writer, I guess, who is very insecure. I actually, it's a very difficult film to describe. It's a spiritual sequel to this other film. Uh, I don't remember its name. What the hell is its name? Being John Malkovich. So this
Hmm.
kind of that's a film by Charlie Kaufman. It's a very weird film too. And then this is considered a spiritual sequel to it because find out that this author we are following, he's Charlie Kaufman. And we are looking at Charlie Kaufman right now, struggling to write his next project, which is the adaptation of a book. And he adds some weird characters in it, and you get sad and it very
So
let me see. Hmm?
it's like about the author uh, of the previous
It's
film or something like that.
he just cast himself as the main character
Oh.
and had himself played by Nicolas Cage.
Hmm.
This guy does weird films. I cannot stress it enough. This is also a weird film. This has a character who is a brother of Charlie Kaufman. Charlie Kaufman does not have a brother. He's just there to
Hmm.
sort of represent a part of it.
Hmm. Interesting.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm usually not a fan of Charlie Kaufman, but I like this film. It was a nice film.
Hmm.
So after I got more depressed because of it, I watched something more lighthearted, Jennifer's Body. This is like 2009 fun horror. I don't know how else to describe it. It's high high school meets horror. There's
Hmm.
uh, this Jennifer, this hottie from the high school, she becomes a succubus after she's sacrificed by a band to become the band wants to become popular. They read in a book that they need to sacrifice a virgin, so they get this woman who lies about being a virgin, and they sacrifice her to the devil. वो लोग popular हो जाते हैं, but because she was not a virgin, she somehow instead of being sacrificed and dying, she becomes a succubus, and uh, and she starts attracting guys from her school and killing them and eating them one by one.
Hmm.
And the protagonist is her friend.
Okay. Did he get eaten?
No, it's a woman.
Oh.
Like she has, like the protagonist has sort of an interesting dynamic with her because the protagonist has been like she's kind of an unlikely friend to her, because you know that she's the popular girl kind of person, and but this the protagonist is that nerdy kind of character who you would imagine has no friends, but she's best friends with her because they grew up together ever since they were children. And like you see that this woman sort of exploits her, so it kind of examines that relationship through the story, which is an interesting thing they do.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's it. Did you get it on the stopwatch?
Stopwatch? What?
I had a presentation today. Presentations make me so fucking anxious, though I cannot do
I,
presentations.
I can relate. Yes, they are
The
pretty
fuck?
stressful.
Like, I fumble so much. Like, मेरी जीभ लंगड़ाने लगती है. And I just vomit word salad.
Hmm. What did you present on?
Oh, yeah, it was this interesting idea that uh, presuppositions. Do you know what presuppositions are?
Is it a grammar thing?
Sort of. Presuppositions are when an idea is not overtly said in a sentence, but it expresses something more than just a sentence by taking the information for granted. So, kind of, the paper used an example of "Make America Great Again," the slogan. Uh, so basically, that statement it presupposes that America was once great,
Hmm.
right? And uh, also sentences like uh, Yash claims that Pranat sucks at Batman,
What?
as opposed to Batman the game, I mean.
Yeah, that I understood, but where did that come from?
I was telling Yash and I gave him the same example, तो मैं तुझे भी वही example दे दिया.
Okay.
um, तब भटूरा बैटमैन खेल रहा था. And as a that is an assertive sentence, right?
Uh,
Yash claims Pranat's success at Batman, but this word with a presupposition would be like Yash reveals that Pranat sucks at Batman.
hmm.
This statement, you might realize that it sort of uh, makes you take that information for granted. Keep Pranat sucks at Batman, where you are allowed to be a little more skeptical in the assertive sentence.
Mm.
So basically, this paper was testing this hypothesis that presuppositions are more
They sound more genuine. Like,
persuasive. They
yeah.
they are more persuasive than
Mm.
assertive statements. The idea that when you have to accommodate that information, वो ठीक है वो भी छोड़. But you
That
get the
is really
idea, right?
interesting. No, that is, I agree with that. Ki, having that kind of hidden information within it
Yeah.
ki- kind of makes it like kind of distracts you uh, to being skeptical of whether it is true or not.
Yeah, but I mean, if you're so interested, well, I'll tell you more. There's this other part of there's more nuance to the study where they also look at those sentences in different contexts, like uh, context in which the context either supports the statement or it is neutral. It has nothing to do with the statement. So, for example, a sentence supportive of the statement would be like Pranath has low XP in
Mm.
Batman, and then it goes on to say uh, Yash claims that Pranath sucks at Batman. Yash reveals that. Abhi, let's not look at assertive sentence. The Yash reveals that Pranath sucks at Batman. Uh, यहाँ पे you will notice that the context already sort of provides that information. कि Pranath might not be very good at Batman,
Mm.
right?
Yeah.
And then you get that information again. So like the presupposition is case mein is not really adding new information.
Mm.
So for the control example, जहाँ पे statement would be neutral, and it would use a neutral statement which has nothing to do with it. Like Batman is a pretty good game. Yash reveals that Pranath sucks at Batman.
Mm.
यहाँ पे like this is still new information. So the idea is key when you have to accommodate that information as new information, it will be more persuasive for some reason.
Mm.
And uh it would be so like the idea is that it would be more persuasive when it is not supported by the context, when it is just all on its own.
Mm.
And they found that hypothesis to be correct.
Mm. So,
I guess you're a little
yeah,
confused
can
by
you like
that.
compare, like in that example, in which case it would be better?
It would be better when I say it would be more persuasive when the context is neutral.
Mm.
It's like not supportive. Like example, Batman is a pretty good game. Yash reveals Pranath sucks at Batman.
Mm.
Is more persuasive than Pranath has low XP in Batman. Yash reveals that Pranath sucks at Batman. That is less persuasive, the second sentence. जहाँ पे वो information context में पहले से provide करी थी that Pranath might not be very good at Batman.
Mm.
I guess you need
Interesting.
some time.
No, no, I understood. Ki even though you would feel ki because you're providing some like support for that statement, it is working against it.
Yes,
Mm,
yes.
got it.
Yeah, it can like this information can lead to very interesting discussions about manipulations and stuff like that. Mm. I think in further down the class, that is I think where we are going to be. The professor talked about how we're going to look at gaslighting, वगैरह too down the line.
Mm.
Yeah, yeah. How are we
It
doing
is
on
so
the time?
interesting. हाँ
हाँ?
क्या तू क्या बोल रहा था?
नहीं नहीं कुछ नहीं. Good.
I was just saying it sounds really interesting to study.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Uh, Academia is not bad. Research is pretty interesting, but you have to do presentations. I'm like, I'm like horrible at the social part of this. Uh, yeah.
What else?
What are you up to? तेरे 10 कौन से प्रोजेक्ट्स चल रहे हैं?
मेरे को प्रणत से मिलना है.
That's a project. That's on your
Yeah.
to-do list. Pranat se
Yes.
milna hai.
Yes. The
Why
guys
don't
at
you
my
just call
office
him
have
home?
been taunting me because I guess I did not reveal it that time. I don't know if I said it or not, but before my birthday, I told you, right, that we went to Indian Coffee House. I guess I have not
Yeah.
told it in the podcast, but yeah, we went to Indian Coffee House, but they were not very happy about it because their original plan was to take me to a movie, which I refused because they were asking to go at the working hour, like at 3:30 p.m. And like, okay, it was a Friday evening, and they said, "Ki it's fine if you go offline, nobody will care that much." But I just didn't like the idea, I guess, going to a movie at working hour.
I guess depending on how you are, like, even if you can get away with it, depending on the kind of person you'd probably not enjoy watching the film because of that anxiety.
Yes, exactly. I
I
want to feel
understand.
comfortable in my, like if I'm doing something, क्या बोलते हैं इसको, for my enjoyment.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah,
Fair.
so they've been asking, like even after that, in throughout this week, they were asking कि हाँ मूवी चलना है क्या, कहाँ चलना है, कौन सी मूवी. And the movie they are asking is for South Indian movie. Like, okay, I'm not fond of movies, but I'm particularly not fond of South Indian movies.
Okay.
Yeah, it was something called. Wait, what was it called? I don't remember.
Hmm. What the hell? What movie are you talking about?
I think it started with M, and it was a singular word, Milai or something.
Mile? Malik?
I don't know.
No. Hmm.
Mirai, Mirai.
Mirai. Okay. I've not heard of it.
Uh, so yeah, the next day when my actual birthday was there, My family had to persuade my grandpa to let my uncle go out to dinner with us because मेरे नाना को पसंद नहीं अकेले रहना. He's grown really anxious. Like, okay, he was a quite cowardly person to begin with, but even more so in these days.
What? Where did that come from?
Uh, he's like that. I don't know how to put it lightly.
Okay.
He like gives up very easily. I don't like him, like that aspect of him at least. He like gives up on things and life very easily. It makes me angry. But anyway, we
Hmm.
somehow managed to convince him कि he would be. हमने उनको पूरा खाना डिनर खिला दिया, दवाई खिला दी, उनको बिस्तर पर लेटा दिया. एंड इवन आफ्टर दैट ही वाज अनकंफर्टेबल कि हाँ रात में पर्दा खोलना पड़ गया तो, पंखा तेज करना पड़ गया तो, and stuff like that, like pretty silly stuff. What can you say?
Hmm.
That was his excuses. I'm not kidding, by the way.
Okay. I got it.
uh, and even though like हम सिर्फ 2 घंटे के लिए गए हुए थे, not even 2 hours, even that he was anxious about.
The, can he not go out?
The thing is he cannot get up on his own. उनको हार्निया
Hmm.
है, in which case अगर उन्हें एक उनको बेल्ट लगाना था, एक स्पेशल काइंड ऑफ उनके ग्रोइन के साइड पे. अगर वो बेल्ट लगा के नहीं उठते तो फिर उनका वो थोड़ा सा टिश्यू मतलब इंटेस्टाइन्स के साइड से निकलने लग जाता है, थोड़ा एक्सपैंड होने लग जाता है, विच कैन बी डेडली. सो ही हैज़ टू
Hmm.
पुट ऑन दैट बेल्ट to get up and go around places, and he find it difficult to put that belt on his own. So generally मेरे मामा को ही कुछ भी मतलब कोई ऐसे 2 मिनट का उठ के करने वाला काम है तो he has to do it, और मेरे नाना को तो उठना है तो उस केस में भी मेरे मामा को पहनाना पड़ता है उनको बेल्ट. That's why he is
Okay.
needed. Other things he can do on his own.
Hmm.
uh, yeah. Anyways, we had dinner at If Hotel, which is near Radisson. It's the food was quite nice actually. Like, I'm generally not fond of eating outside. I'm not fond of food in general. Like not that interested. But what we ate there, like I actually don't even like have that much choices. Generally, जब बाहर खाना आता है, generally just order generic Chinese or something, noodles or fried rice, kind of. But this time something caught my eye, which was a dish called exotic vegetables. And it's exactly what it sounds like. It was just vegetables in a soup. Like, not soup, I guess, a broth kind of. But it was really nice.
Hmm. Have you ever had baked veg?
Baked veg, no idea.
It's like this uh, vegetables baked in cheese.
I would
My
not eat vegetables and cheese. I hate cheese if you don't know.
my my parents like it.
Yeah.
कई बार ऑर्डर करते रहते हैं.
Hmm. कहाँ से ऑर्डर करते रहता है? आई कैन ट्राई इट, आई गेस.
No, like whatever restaurant they go to,
Oh, it's like, is it a
they,
common dish? I have never heard of it.
I think yeah, it's um and like uh, yeah, I think it's sort of a common dish
Mm.
and like slightly uh like not that premium restaurants, but you know what I say when I say like slightly premium restaurants.
Mm.
Like,
Another thing which happened, like you guys gifted me, uh, what can I say, the board game, and
hmm,
I also got another gift from like an unexpected gift which I did not, I had no idea was coming. Uh,
हमसे एक्सपेक्ट कर रहा था तू? ओह हाँ,
you
तूने तो
already,
बता दिया था।
yeah, you already told me. Uh, so like I played Genshin right from
Yeah,
2020, and there was
हाँ।
this couple of siblings, क्या pair of siblings,
Couple of okay.
a pair of siblings, which I used to play at the time, uh, at 2020 during COVID, and after that I like quit Genshin. I stopped playing it right, and
Mm,
they also stopped playing it. But last year, like during internship, I did not play Genshin, right? But just as my internship ended, I started playing Genshin again because I was getting depressed after not getting placed at my internship.
yeah.
So, like, I came back to Genshin, right? And it just happened so that those two were also temporarily coming back to Genshin. Like, they didn't stay for long. They also quit again after playing for a while, but they happened to be coming back to Genshin at that time. And just so happened that so okay, so their birthdays are really close, right? And there's a brother and a
Yeah.
sister. So I thought it would be really nice if I can, like, if I drew a Genshin character for each of them. So
Mm,
I did. I drew a
mm,
like kind of like a very like simple sketch of Genshin characters for them, and like they were quite grateful. And then we stopped talking completely. We have like उनका birthday था last year, I think November में, and we completely stopped talking. Like they did not play Genshin, and even on Discord we never talk. But on my birthday, uh, one like both of them randomly messaged me happy birthday. I was like, okay, thank you. And they like made a drawing for me in return, uh, like as kind of a response, because उनका बर्थडे जब मैं बनाया था, मेरा बर्थडे उसके पहले आ गया था, राइट? मेरा सितंबर में आता है, उनका नवंबर में आता है. And
mm,
I when I made the drawing for them during November, they did not have the chance to like do anything, right? So they decided they would do the
yeah,
same for me for this birthday. So they randomly,
that's
yeah.
yeah,
So they made a drawing for me. Let me like see if I can get it here.
that's really amazing. That must have felt really nice.
Yeah, I did not expect at all because we never talk uh, on even on
That's
Discord or anywhere.
very nice of them.
And like I drew with pencil and paper, right? I'm not like particularly uh, what can I say?
Did you
Like,
send them
huh?
each on their birthdays या फिर साथ में भेज
On
दिए थे
each
दोनों
on the
को?
I उनके बर्थडे क्लोज ही है बहुत. I don't remember the exact date, but it is close enough. And उनको separately मतलब मैं अलग अलग ड्राइंग थी दोनों के लिए, both of their like favorite characters kind of. And like, it was not like high effort, like मैं ऐसे बेसिक सा sketch बना के दिया था. But it turned out कि जो उसकी like the sister और उनकी जो है, it she was an actual like good at digital art.
हाँ,
And look at this drawing.
ठीक है।
I posted it in. It's going.
चल रहे। Oh wow.
That is
Oh,
me.
that's so amazing.
I
What
know,
the fuck,
right?
Uddu?
Yeah, and like the drawing which I made, it was an like tracing of an wo official art of उस character का. I cannot draw original on my own really. This is an original art. Like this is not the dress this character wears. This is an original art from that Genshin character.
Yeah.
It's
What the hell?
yeah.
This is a character you like?
This is my favorite character from Genshin. Yes.
Oh, that's amazing. Maybe this should be the banner of this episode.
Oh,
Yeah. Um, and that looks really good.
I know, right?
So,
And you know what happened after she wished me happy birthday? Like both of them, they just went offline completely. She even said, me, "I'm sorry, I'm not the Discord girly. I have to go." Yeah, I said like never use Discord.
wow, that's really amazing of them.
Mm.
Damn.
Yeah, that was a quite big highlight for my birthday, I guess. That made me
Yeah,
happy.
man, it makes me happy too.
Yeah.
Should we end the podcast on this note before it gets sad again?
Yes, yes. I guess so. Thanks everyone for listening.
Thank you, Uddu, for talking to me.
Oh, thank you too. Bye bye.